Welcome to the hands-on evaluation of the Cylance Protect endpoint security software. The test environment is as follows. We are testing Cylance against the below listed exploits, and we discovered that Cylance was unable to protect Silverlight exploit and was not able to protect consistently the UPX packaged malicious files. Let's take a deep dive and look at the test firsthand. Browser reader exploitation using Adobe Reader CoolType. Before we start the testing, let's set up the policy for the device. Under Memory Actions, let's set Memory Protection and save the policy. Now we are opening the Adobe Reader to expose the PC to the vulnerability. Let's check if the Cylance detected this exploit. Under the Exploits tab, Cylance Protect did detect the exploit. Now let's correlate this with the dashboard. As you can see, it provides the details of the exploit, including the location of the source file. Our conclusion, the exploit was detected and blocked by Cylance. Browser reader exploitation using Silverlight. Before starting the test, let's install Silverlight. Be sure we uncheck the update for now. We are invoking the exploit that was set up earlier to test if Cylance detects and protects the endpoint. We are now opening the Cylance notification window to check if it detected this exploit and if we see if it was able to detect. The only entry we see is from the last test. Conclusion: the exploit was not detected, stopped, or alerted by Cylance. Cylance malware obfuscation, UPX packaging of malicious files test. We're using the CFF Explorer to edit the file. Let's identify the file that we can use for this testing. Let's pick another one. Let's pick a file and set the UPX property as shown, and choose Compress all icons but first directory. Also, set this for all methods and all filters and pack file. After it is complete, save the file and overwrite the original file. Let's check the file property and make sure everything is in order. Now we are renaming the file and the extension. As you can see, it detected the previous test, but this time around it was not able to detect. Now we are changing the file information to see if Cylance detects these activities. Nothing yet. Let's now modify the file to prevent the file from running and causing a real infection. Let's save the file again. It was not able to detect, as you can see. Our conclusion? Cylance was not consistent in detecting malicious UPX packaged files. Cylance malware obfuscation, concatenating several files. Let's copy by concatenating the files to simulate a malicious activity. As you can see, we are concatenating Notepad and the test file together to create a new file. We can also use the JRE file with the test files and create a new file. Let's review the location of these files that were created. We see all the files, test5 to test9. Now let's look at the Cylance notification window to check if it identified this as a malicious file. We see detected 1 out of 5. Let's sort and give it a few moments to see if it detects. Let's create one more file bigger than the previously created files. We can check again to see if these files are detected by Cylance. Our conclusion: Cylance rightfully did not detect the file as malicious, which would have been a false positive. Cylance was found to detect and block Adobe Reader CoolType exploit, and was also able to ignore false positive threats. However, it was not able to stop browser exploit using Silverlight and most of the obfuscation threats from UPX packaged malicious files.